Welcome to this episode of Business Success Starts Here. Tips to achieve stratospheric success with Biz Success Factory's plant manager, Jim Patton.
Okay, well, welcome back. Again, we're going down the path of the law of influence this month, and let me just remind you of the definition that we set out in the last show. And the law of influence says that your influence is determined by how abundantly you put other people's interests first. So now let's put that into action today. First off, I can't think of a single business owner I've ever run into who didn't tell me that he or she wanted a referral-based business. But what they have is some difficulty figuring out how to do that. And let's crack the code on that today. I mentioned last month that we're going to help you create an army of personal walking ambassadors. And that's how you create a referral-based business. You get that whole army of people walking around singing your praises. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to make that happen. Now, first, when we talk about personal walking ambassadors, this is in addition to your customers and clients. They ought to already be personal walking ambassadors, because you should be applying the law of value and the law of compensation, and that's going to turn them into your raving fans and have them out there talking about you. Who we want to talk about specifically here are those people who might be centers of influence who aren't necessarily your clients. So one of the premises around this is that it's hard to sell yourself. It's much easier to have someone else sell you, and that's what your army of personal walking ambassadors are going to do. Is they're going to be out there selling you. So first, you make those folks into raving fans. And how do you make them into raving fans? You put their interest first. This is not rocket science, folks. And then one way that you can do that is, and see if this helps you, is picture everybody you run into as having a little invisible sign right about here on their chest. And that sign says, I need boom, boom, boom. And then the first thing you do is, when you're engaging with that person, you take care of that need. Well, how do you find out what they need? Well, you ask them. You engage in a conversation that's focused on them and not on you, not poking your business card into their hand and saying, here's what I do. Hey, what are you all about, my friend? And once you do that, you're going to have a raving fan. And then you do that enough, and you're going to have an army of personal walking ambassadors. So that's how you create a referral-based business, folks, is create that army of personal walking ambassadors. Okay, so that's the law of influence. Next month, we'll be looking at the law of authenticity, which talks about doing more and selling more simply by being yourself. So until then, if you've seen that you need to build these laws of stratospheric success into your business, I'd urge you to take a look at the link that's with this show, and then follow that and look at the information on the Success Accelerator. So until next month, here's wishing you stratospheric success.
Thank you for watching this episode of Business Success Starts Here with Jim Patton. For more great information, visit Jim's website at www.bizsuccessfactory.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Indie Biz TV Shows.